Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be showcasing off a Zoo King variant as we just have Zoo King Alpha right here. So the Zoo King Alpha is actually going to be really good in any Beast Warrior decks that can summon a bunch of stuff that is kind of free fodder, and the Mellfys or Tribrigades can actually summon a lot of different monsters here. And the point of Zoo King Alpha is to pretty much go second and then be able to go and bounce back a lot of different cards. However, the problem is, just in general, if you're going second in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's hard to rely off of a monster effect specifically going off, but it does kind of force your opponent to kind of react to that one specific play. However, if they don't activate something in response to King Alpha, or if you can go ahead and Dark Ruler no more them, you can bounce back some insane boards. And then on top of that, Rescue Cat becomes infinitely better because you're going to go ahead and basically Zoo King Alpha and then bounce back those cards. So Rescue Cat can basically search your deck for double monsters, which can actually be quite powerful. Even though it's supposed to negate their effects, you're just bouncing them back to your hand anyway. So he's going to go ahead and Savage Dragon and negate that effect, but we still have to have more plays with the Tribrigades. We're going to go ahead and see the Shrike, which once he summons another monster, he's going to be able to banish something. But he's still able to go ahead and have Zoo King Alpha over here with just a massive amount of attack, which is 3,000, which should be able to get over a lot of different things. Just a big attacker can be quite useful as well. But you'll see later on some better plays with it, as he needs to be able to get rid of the stuff that would normally negate Zoo King Alpha's effect. So this can be one of those reoccurring cards that can get quite annoying for your opponent, as you're going to be able to bounce back a bunch of your cards, as the Mellfy archetype does technically summon a lot of stuff from the deck. So they have the ability to go ahead and get a lot of different beasts. You also happen to have Nimble Beaver. This is just another free, like, one card go right into the Excited Mellfys, which is the Exceed monster. And then over here we're running one of the newer cards, which you guys will see here very soon, which is going to go ahead and be able to activate its awesome ability. I won't spoil it for you guys, but Mellfys are actually not too bad because it's able to go ahead and let you attack directly with one of their cards. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get this effect over here, attack directly, but the effect of Silk going to go ahead and pop itself out. Multi-Faker's also going to go ahead and bring out his friend. We're going to go ahead and have that bounce this card back, unfortunately, but there's still the Pot of Avarice. Now that he's already activated the effect, we're going to get double cards. It does negate their effect, but you can go ahead and activate this to go ahead and bounce back the cards. So we're going to have these both at our hand, and remember, during the end phase, you're going to be able to basically resummon them. So that's like the great use out of Zoo King Alpha, is to make it so your opponent forces their negations. Then you can follow up with Zoo King Alpha, so you can go ahead and basically search your deck for the cards. Therefore, the Rescue Cat's downside of negating the effects doesn't matter, because again, you're just summoning them from the hand basically, because you're bouncing them back. So you get to basically bounce back, get the double cards and the plus off of the Rescue Cat, and still have the end phase get extra cards, as the Mellfys are an archetype that is relatively slow. So I think Azneyes is actually a pretty good, like, fair comparison, because if you compare it to a deck that throws up like 10 negates turn 1 go pass, it's not going to be one of the decks I would say that can compete with it. But Azneyes, again, the guy made a lot of different plays for the standard O-Lion or Rover Dawn plays, but we're going to go ahead and see the Excited Mellfys. He's going to go ahead and be able to attack, and once that attack directly goes in, we can go right into the 8/8 Zeus, which has that quick effect of being able to send all other cards to the graveyard, as this card has already gotten so much value. He's going to go ahead and be able to go for that Mystical Beast of the Forest, going to go ahead and pop that manifestation, but he's going to go ahead and be able to search out another card, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He's just going to go ahead and send everything except for this card to the graveyard, and then with no monsters left on the field, well, it's not looking too good for our Altergeist, buddy. But anyways, we got another one over here. This is versus the Drytron. This is the new ritual archetype that kind of makes a boss monster with a quick effect that is able to basically get rid of 2 cards, although it has to be at once instead of like multiple times per turn. It's kind of an underwhelming archetype, to be honest, if you play the pure ritual variant with the Drytron boss monster. I've seen a few different variants of the Cyber Angel variants, as it's just technically rituals. It doesn't have to go for it, although, well, of course, this is the new card, so people want to go ahead and try it out. So he's going to go ahead and make, of course, the boss monster, which is the Drytron Me to Norris equal Dra. We'll just call it the Drytron Ritual for short, because it's just going to take too long. But once again, you're going to be able to go ahead and get that effect of the Murphy's Forest. This is not the one where it's able to go ahead and get that direct attack, but you're able to detach material, then add another Mellfy, And then on top of that, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls that can't attack, and it does negate its effects. Well, Rescue Cat coming out once again, and this card this time was just used for the bait, so he's forced to go ahead and use that effect to go ahead and have the send. By banishing monsters from the graveyard, he's able to target a face-up card your opponent controls and then send to the graveyard. But once again, the AA Zeus is really great in the Mellfys, as you're able to go ahead and attack. You're going to be able to go ahead and make this and get some extra advantage here. But we still have 2 monsters. Mellfys is an interesting archetype because you don't really see a lot of things coming unless you've played the deck yourself, because how this deck works is basically you can go for Mystical Beast of the Forest, and you can go into a few other plays with the Tribrigades. It's a little bit difficult to set up your boards like super effectively turn 1, because the deck, while it does have the ability to search for a lot of the cards, you can't throw up like that many monsters turn 1, I would say. So once again, Zooking going to be coming out. Alpha's going to go ahead and get that effect. He's going to go ahead and be able to send those to the graveyard, but we're not done with our plays over here, because of course the Tribrigade engine allows us to go ahead and search up for extra cards, and also you have the banish effect, some link monsters. He's going to go ahead and go for 4 and make the Shrike, which once we go ahead and have that beast, we're going to be able to go ahead and banish anytime we summon a Wing Beast, Beast Warrior, and or Beast. So that's how it like kind of works all in ties with Mellfys. That's Zooking for you. I'm not sure if we're going to get other boss monsters for them. There's also the tech of the Amazoness Baby Tiger, which basically is just another 1 card. You summon this one while you have it, and the other guy just decided, okay, that's enough for him. But anyways, you just get to summon another one. So it's just like another 1 card engine for making some of the Mellfy extra cards. But let me go ahead and give you guys the deck profile over here from Celtic over here. I like this. It's a really cool mix-up. So I'm going to go ahead and go to decks. I love this feature of being able to go right into the replay and just extract the deck, as it saves myself a lot more time. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and download the deck, I will go ahead and have it down below in the, down below we'll have the Discord, which will then link you over to being able to download all the decks that I upload, as that's just much easier because sometimes things get updated. And what's awesome with this is the YRP, well, when you watch the replays, they won't error out anymore. But anyways, this is just a rough profile, as you know, this card literally just came out. We only have 1 Zooking, but it's trying to show you guys the potential of it. And you guys got to see the effect of it with Rescue Cat, which is awesome because it lets you not only bounce back double of your opponent's cards, but it also lets you basically have those cards, and for Mellfys, that's actually pretty big. So anyways, for this profile, I'm just going to go ahead and mouse over it really quick, just because I will also include the download file, as most of you guys will probably use that. But I know some of you guys that might be playing in real life, or if you're playing on some other application where you can't just download it, hey, don't worry, I got you. I'll mouse over all of the cards. Yeah, Mellfys is definitely one of those cute archetypes that might see some play and might become viable later down the line, as you know, just no one really sees it coming. But again, the I did cover this deck before, where it did have the ability to Appaloosa and Nat Beast, but that's pretty much all you can do turn 1. But going into other boards, this definitely helps out. It almost reminds me of, he even mentioned it when he sent me in the replays, it's like a Pinkatrops. It just kind of forces your opponent to go ahead and use a card, but still has a decent amount of attack. And on top of that, with Rescue Cat, I mentioned that little thing where you're able to go ahead and just bounce back the cards. Really great addition for that as an archetype, but we'll have to wait and see, because they're definitely supporting Beast, Beast Warrior, and Wing Beasts. If we get more Zookings, we'll wait and see if the archetype is just going to be standalone, or if it's just going to be one of those splashable cards. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel here, hit subscribe, turn the bell so you don't miss out on more new Yu-Gi-Oh gameplays and deck profiles. And if you guys would like to send me a replay just like Celtic over here, once again, shout out to him. Thank you so much for the deck profile as well as the gameplay. You guys can feel free to send it into azneyesreplays@gmail.com, or you can just send me a message via the Discord. But take care, guys, and I'll catch you next video. Peace.